Hello, everybody. This is Drew Zeitlin for Drew Zeitlin Baseball. Are you adventurous? It's time for game one of the first season ever played on Drew Zeitlin Baseball. We've got the Andrews team versus the Hardy team. Pitching for the home team is G.R. Hardy. He's got a GC rating of 47. That's meaning that anytime a GC number comes up between 1 and 47, we play off these numbers. If it's between 48 and 114, we play off the hitter's numbers. The visiting pitcher is going to be the ace for the Andrews, T.B. Andrews. And his GC number is 67. And that means those are the numbers we play with his card. Between 68 and 114, we play off the hitter's card. And then 115 to 128, we play with the unique game cards or the unique plays. All right, so it's game one of ever, and we've got the Andrews versus the Hardys. Let's get you a starting lineup, and then as the game goes by, we've got some educational points to the game, and we'll try to explain some stuff as we go on, since we know this is brand new and this is the first game ever. So let's look at the lineup. For the visitors, the Andrews, and again, if you're not familiar, that each team is named after a surname, and so all the players have the exact same last name, and in this case, this Andrews. So we'll just introduce them with their first name, which is two initials. So let's start it off. In left field is JW. The catcher is MC. At first base is HG Andrews. At second base is CG Andrews. Playing in center field is GG Andrews. The third baseman is M.O. Andrews. The shortstop is B.R. Andrews. And the right fielder is P.F. Andrews. And as we mentioned, T.B. Andrews is on the mound. For the home team, the Hardys, they've got R.J. Hardy in right, R.F. Hardy at the catcher, M.S. Hardy is the center fielder, B.W. Hardy is the third baseman, E.M. Hardy is the first baseman, C.R. at left, L.L. at short, BC is the second baseman, and G. Hardy is your pitcher. So let's get it going on here, and the first roll of the GC numbers is going to be historic. People going crazy is 14, so it's going to be off G. Hardy's card. And 59, and 59 is between 48 and 62, and that is a K. So the first batter in the history of the game, J.W. Andrews, strikes out. All right, the second pitcher up to bat, MC Andrews, the second baseman, comes up. He gets a hit up through 44. The pitch, or the random number, it's 1. It's going to be off G. Hardy's number again. It's 27, and 27 is going to be a walk. On his card, between 27 and 42 is a walk, so we have a walk. MC Andrews is the first person ever to reach base. We'll put him on there. Helps if we put the right scorecard in there. He's on base. We remove this as the stamina number. So he starts off with 16. Anytime you, as a pitcher, you give up a hit, a walk, or an error, we reduce your stability or your stamina rating to that point. And if you get down to 0, then all the cards are off, or all the numbers are off the batter's card. All right, batting third and playing first base is going to be H.G. Andrews. There's a man on first, and let's see what we got going here. The roll, 109. It's going to be off the hitter's card. He gets a hit up to 54, and he, meaning H.G. Andrews. The dice again. 107. We're making up dice, the numbers, whatever. 107. 107 is going to be an out. There's a man on first, so let's see what the out is. Get a GC number here real quick. Man on first, 48. Looks like that is a double play, 5-4-3. Pitcher's best friend. And just like that, that's the end of the inning. And we'll get the score in there real quick. Beeps. There was no runs on no hits. So not too bad. Start for the Hardys. And get the score up here at the top. So 0 on that. So we'll be headed to the bottom of the first. Before we get to the bottom of the first, when R.J. Hardy will lead off against T.B. Andrews, let's go and get a little education about the Drew Zeitlin baseball game. So we always ask the question, are you adventurous? Because this game, you're going to have to take a risk. You have to do some stuff. It's going to be fun. There's some interesting plays that goes on there. One of the cool stuff is that the game can be played on many different devices. It can be played on the desktop. It can be played on the tablet, the iPad, whatever you want to call it. Also, your smartphone. The bigger the screen, the better. But I played an exhibition game on the smartphone. Pretty fun type situation. And as always, you can play it on Google Sheets. And we leave it on one score, as you can see, back and forth. And you play it more computerized than on a board game. But it's got a lot of the board characteristics. And of course, we've got all the information. If you like to purchase the game, you like to see the descriptions, you want to see box scores, drewzeitlin.blogspot.com. All right, let's go to the bottom of the first. R.J. Hardy, R.F. Hardy, and M.S. Hardy to lead it off against T.B. Andrews. All right, let's get that random number going, and here it is. It's going to be a 52. 67 is his GC number, so it's going to be on his card, or his numbers. GC number 104. 56 afterwards is going to be a K, or an out. Nobody on base, so let's see what happened there. Another quick, I like saying roll of the dice. It seems a lot better type deal, or funner type situation. 105, nobody on base. And 105, that's going to be an F8. So the pitchers are off to a good start here. The crowd is still pretty excited, as you can hear in the background. First game ever to be played at Hardy Park, but also first game ever to be played anywhere in Drew Zeitlin Baseball. All right, let's get another random number. Going to be 33. This is a 67, so it's going to be off T.B. Andrews' card. And we'll click that again. It's going to be a 47. 38 to 56 is a K. So T.B. Andrews starts off the game with the first two up, the first two down. Now we're up to the third place hitter, and M.C. Hardy. And let's get a number there. 13. Back on the pitcher's card, or the pitcher's number. There's the roll, it's 66. It's an out with nobody on base. We'll see what actually happened. It's a 99. Nobody on base, 99. And that's going to be an F8. So, 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the first. So, we're giving the quick totals here. 0 hits and 0 runs. Get that back up in the scoreboard. So after 1, 0-0. Let's get another update on the education of Drew Zeitlin Baseball. So again, we've talked about being adventurous. A little bit more interesting part of it. The game is played when there was, what does that mean? Well, it means the game was played when there was a hit and run, when there was a stolen base, when there was sacrifice bunts, when there were squeeze plays. There's also was 4-man rotations. There was also complete games. And also, pitchers had to bat, because that was all 9 players. Anyway, we have the game on sale. You can purchase it over at drewzeitlin.blogspot.com. The box scores are up there. How do you play the games up there? Videos are up there. It's just a great place to go to follow the league. All right, let's get back to the ball game. We're going to the top of the second. C.G. Andrews leads off J.J. Hardy. And the top of the second we go, and there is the first roll or the first smack. We got to come up with a number on that. Anyway, it's 97. It's going to be off the hitter's card because he's a 47. And let's get another number here. It's a 12, and that's going to be good for C.G. Andrews. It's a base hit to center field. So we get him on base here. We got to roll Mr. Hardy down a number here. 14. So one of the things that you can play in this game is a little strategy, and one as I mentioned here, we have the hit and run. The hit and run is a lot about controlling the batter. So anybody that's got no Ks on their card, is a very good hit and run hitter, and obviously center fielder G.G. Andrews has no Ks to his card, so he's a 2. So we're going to do the old hit and run. So we'll pop in get a number, a GC number. It's going to be 30. We're going to go over to the strategy card where the hit and run is at, and there's the hit and run play here. I'm going to go back just for a second to make sure I got the right number, and it's a 30. And so 30 from 13 to 50 is a double to center field, runner score. So we got our first run of the game. It's a double on a hit and run by G.G. Andrews. And so we give him a big old double here. We bring in C.G. Andrews in because he scored. And how we do that is we give him the 4 slash marks, and that's how we move the runners around. Boom. And then another way we do this is I like to put a little highlight since we have this tool. And it's easy to find the runs. And then over here, what we do is we double click in here and give the explanation point. That's an RBI to G.G. Andrews. And then we got to make sure that old Mr. Hardy is another starting notch down. So we're at 13. So we got a runner at second base. The Andrews have taken the lead 1-0. M.O. Andrews is up. And let's get going back to the game. G.R. Hardy in the stretch. There's the pitch. 79. It's going to be off of Mo Andrews' card. The hitters are liking what's seen right now. And that's a 101. And that's going to be, he's out after 58. Man on second. We'll take a look here. Of course, I was ahead of myself. Wanted to get sure that we get the right random number. It's going to be 123 with the man on second. 123 with the man on second. I'll scroll down here real quick. 123. And there it is. 123 is an F9. The batter out. A, B, C, or D runner goes to third. And so I will take a quick look, but I'm pretty sure he's going to third. So let's get the F9 recorded. And what are we looking at here? G.G. Andrews. And he is a BRC, so he did move up. So we got a runner at third now with 1 out. This brings up B.R. Andrews. He's batting 7th in the lineup. He's the shortstop. So I think that the Hardys are going to bring the infield in. Let's keep them back out. It's early in the game. No reason to play for a big inning. So G. Hardy comes up in here with the man on third. 99 is the thing. Did I do that right? Yeah, 99. So it's going to be off his card, the hitter's card. Let's see if we can get that right. There we go. 36. So it's off the hitter's card. 36, and that is going to be a double. So let's get his reduced here. That's going to score another run. So it didn't really matter if we had the infield in or back. So 2-0 is our score here at Hardy Park. The Andrews have jumped on Hardy. That's G.R. Hardy in the second inning for 2 runs off of 3 hits. Got to give Mr. Brad Andrews a RBI here. So 2-0. We have the 8th place hitter up, man on second. P.F. Andrews. They're going to see if they can help before the pitcher comes up here. So let's do this here real quick. It's 100. That's going to be off the hitter's card. 117. That's going to be an out with the man on second. 117. And we're going to have an F9 again. And it looks like he can go to third if he is got any kind of in between a B and a D, or A and a D. A obviously being the best, D being the worst, or E's being the worst. So let's see what he is at. B.R. Andrews, the shortstop. Go back to the player's card. And he's a B, so he moves to third base. We are at 2 outs now. And look who's up to bat, the old pitcher. So maybe they'll get out of here with only 2 runs here. G. Hardy back in the stretch. Trying to get a GC number here, and it's going to be an 86. That'll be off the pitcher, or it's going to be off the hitter's card, who happens to be the pitcher. So let's see how that works out. And 108. That's going to be an out with the man on third. Slide down here, and it's an F9. So, some excitement. First couple runs scored, actually on 1, 2, 3 hits. So they have 2 runs on 3 hits. That makes the score 2-0, the Andrews. The Hardys will be coming to bat up, and they'll be up with their cleanup hitter. But first, another little educational deal from Drew Zeitlin Baseball. Alrighty, let's get going on this educational feature on there. What does the game feature? Well, the game features 8 fictitious teams. It faces the players all have the same surname, so you don't have the reputation. We all know Mike Trout's great. We all know that Babe Ruth batted third. We know all that. This time you have to do what their batting, what their stats are, what their numbers dictate. It's a much better way of having to manage. There's 250 fictitious players, and they have all real-like stats. They're fictitious, but they're based on what really could possibly happen. As we mentioned earlier, you can buy the game, you can get demonstrations, you can get box scores, you can get highlights. It's all at drewzeitlin.blogspot.com. And let's get back to the game. All right, so we're in the bottom of the second now. The Hardys trail 2-0. Their cleanup hitter's up against TB Andrews. And so let's get going again. 13 is the GC number. That's going to be off the pitcher's card. And that's going to be an 89. 89 is an out. Nobody on base. See how he made that out. Of course, there's always chances for errors on those cards. And that's a 35. And got to move this all the way up. 35. Batter out. 4-3. So one away here in the bottom of the second. And up steps E.M. Hardy. So TB Andrews still hasn't given up a hit so far this season. It's going to make that ERA look pretty good. 62 is going to be on his card. He's a 67. So 62, 42, and that's going to be a strikeout. So very quick 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. And C.R. Hardy, the left fielder, is up. See if TB Andrews is still throwing the gas, as they like to say. Or he's throwing the GC, let's put it that way. 121, that's going to be a unique number or unique play type situation. That means anything is possible. So let's get a new random number, 121. And it's 58. We'll go to the unique cards here. Again, 58 is it. And that's going to land us right here. With a 2-strike count, batter swings and misses. Ball gets away from the catcher. Batter safe at first. We have an error on the pitcher, and the runner advances 1 base. So, we have him at second base on basically an E1 on a wild pitch. So that moves his Andrews to 15. He's not going to pitch a perfect game. He gets an E1, moves to second base. All right, 2 outs. Man on second, scoring position. Maybe this is just the break that the Hardys needed to get back in the game. Actually, not really out of the game, only down by 2 runs, but to make it a little bit of a comeback. The CG number is 58. That's going to be on the pitcher's card. 58. 23, and that's going to be a walk. Maybe that has riled up little TB Andrews. It's going to bring him into the 14 mark in his stamina. This is going to put runners at first and second. Still hadn't given up a hit. And that leaves up the 8th place hitter, which is second baseman B.C. Hardy. All right, let's see what we got here. It's a 111. It's going to be off the hitter's card. He does look shaken up here. 35, and 35 is going to be a double. And I believe that will be 2 runs will score with 2 outs. Runner was going from first, and the Andrews are not going to test the type situation, so we'll give him a nice double. And it's going to slash him over 2 spots here. That's going to give him a run scored. And this guy is going to do the exact same thing. Bring him around. It's going to give BC Hardy 2 explanation points. Let's get a couple of yellow. I always like putting the yellow in. It makes it fun. Crowd is going wild, as you can hear in the background. They are pumped. And we got to give old TB Andrews a move down here. And now the pitcher's up. GR Hardy. 2-2, maybe a base hit here, and GR Hardy can get us, get the Hardys the lead. Let's see what happens here. We get a GC number. It's going to be 119. And 119 is going to be a unique play again. This is what really had his unraveling. Let's see what we got. It's 113. We go to the unique plays, 113. And it's right here. Batter hits ball into the first base stands. Fan makes a spectacular catch with one hand. The PA announcer tells the crowd, "Give that fan a contract." Good time had by all. Resume the game. So nothing happens there. We go back to playing. Although the fan got excited. Back to the GC number. 46 is going to be off the pitcher's card. 33, and that's going to be a walk. He walks the pitcher. He has not been the same since he struck out CR Hardy, and he reached on a pass ball wild pitch, and then the pitcher missed the ball going to the field, got him into second base, and it's been downhill since then. So let's give him a walk. Wow. He gave him a couple of more stuff than he was supposed to have here, just there. So we have first and second. We're going to go back to the top of the order. We got RJ Hardy. And the chance for the Hardys to take the lead here. GC number 43. That's going to be on the pitcher's card. 43. 105. That's going to be an out. Back over here. 105. And that gives us a 5. And there's a runner on first and second. First and second. Gotta go back to that number. 5. And batter safe. Runner out, 1-4. Runner on first at the second. Runner on second goes to third. So basically it's a 1-4 on the put out. Fielder's choice, as they say. And that it will end the second inning. But the Hardys tie it up with 1 hit and 1 run. Or, excuse me, 2 runs and 1 hit. So let's get back up to the top here. 2 over here. So we're going to go to the third inning. And looks like we will be at the top of the order. But first, a word on how about more stuff on Drew Zeitlin Baseball. All right, back to Drew Zeitlin Baseball, a little educational feature type situation. We're going to talk about how you have to manage the game now. You have to manage the game with off the player's numbers, not off reputations. You don't know if he's good or not. You have to figure it out. You have to do it off the player's stats as the season goes. Who's hitting, who's not. That's going to be important. Again, you know who Mike Trout is. You won't know who Mike Trout is in this game. And also, you have to know how to manage with squeeze plays, sacrifice bunts, hit and runs, stolen bases. Pitcher sizes we mentioned, 4-man rotation, no DH, complete games. Again, if you like to purchase the game, you like to find box scores, the latest standings, who's pitching for the next series, drewzeitlin.blogspot.com. All right, let's get back to the game. Top of the third. Sneak that back in there. All right, we're at the top of the third. J.W. Andrews up. He struck out his first time at the bait. G.R. Hardy. Stamina sitting at 12 right now. And let's get our GC number. It's going to be 58. That's going to be off the hitter's card. 69, and 69 is going to be an out. Nobody on base. 97, back to the out charts. Some reason I get so excited, I always forget what the number is. I have to go back. 97. It's going to be batter out F8. So J.W. Andrews is now 0 for 2. All right, MC Andrews, who walked his first time, is now up. G.R. Hardy gets a new GC number. It's going to be 13. It's going to be off his card. 115, that's an out. Nobody on base, 95. Let's see if I'll remember it this time. 95. It's going to be the same dude. It's got an F8. So 2 down. A little bit more quieter here in the third than it was in the second. Up now is H.G. Andrews. He's got a really nice card. He hits up to 60, or he hits up to 54, and then walks up to 63. He is 0 for 1 with a double play his last time up to bat. And so the number is 98. That is going to be off of the hitter's card. It's going to be 20, so it looks like some action there. And that's going to be a double. So H.G. Andrews comes in with a double. Let's get the stamina down a little bit here. All right, we got a man on second now. And we got C.G. Andrews. He came up last inning, got a single and then scored. And see if he can get the Andrews the lead again. And it's going to be 123. We are on the unique playlist today. So let's get a number here. As you can see, anything can happen when you get those unique plays. So this is going to be an 18. And this is going to be C fielding card for the right. So we got to get a new number. It's going to be 15. Back to the unique chart. Helps if I remember 15. And 15 is going to be this one here. It says shortstop boots the ball, batter safe on an E6. Runner advance 2 bases. If the shortstop is E2 or less, the batter is out and the runner advances 1 base. So the shortstop for the Hardys is, go here. Shortstop, they're going to be the last team on the deal here. So we'll scroll all the way down. The shortstop is Hardy, and he is an E3. And it says if shortstop E2 or less, the batter is out and the runner's advanced. So batter safe if on E6. So we get him on first and third. Here he's only able to advance 1 base, but it does move down to 1 here. That gives him a 10. This is an E6. That's going to put him on first base. And H.G. Andrews, he's going to land up at third base. All right, so we got first and third, 2 out here. And we got G.G. Andrews up. Last time he doubled and drove in a run. So will he get the opportunity to give the Andrews the lead? We shall see. The GC number's in. It's going to be 19. It's going to be off of O.G.R. Hardy. Let's see how it plays out now. It's going to be 118. That's going to be an out with runners at first and second. So 118. Back up to 121. First and second. 121. First and second. And we're over here. And it's an F9. So they threaten but do not score. So 1 hit, no runs. That finishes up the 3rd inning. We're going to go to the bottom of the 3rd. And it looks like R.F. Hardy will lead it off for us. But again, we're going to head off, get a little bit of education on Drew Zeitlin Baseball. All right, are you adventurous? Today we're going to talk on the details. What are the details? The details is it costs $21.52 for the game. What a deal! You can download or link whatever you prefer, but it comes to you that way. Nothing in the mail, nothing waiting. You can almost play immediately. We can send down the download or the link first. You pay when you get it. If you're a little bit nervous on purchasing it, well, we trust you. And then you can also purchase the game on Etsy if you really want to have some trust over there. And then again, you can buy it on the blog spot. You can buy it over at Etsy. You get the scores, you get the highlights, tidbits, information, standings, who's pitching. It's all at Drew Zeitlin Baseball at drewzeitlin.blogspot.com. Let's get back to the game. We're at the bottom of the third, and we're tied at 2-2. TB Andrews, the ace of the Andrews, is still pitching. And 38, it's going to be on his card. 29, and 29 is going to be a walk. We'll move him down to 12. And we'll put him at first base. So, again, MS Hardy, he's the third place hitter. He flied out to center last time at the bait. Let's see what he can do this time. Get the GC numbers in. It's 123. Unique play. Wow, we have hit that. Usually you don't do that too often. But that does make the game fun. It's a 71. Helps if I get on there. Batter strikes out. Excuse me, helps if I can read. The batter sticks out, elbow, and gets hit by pitch. Catcher goes crazy and gets tossed. All right, so we got hit by a pitchman, and we got to change the catcher around a little bit. So bring that bit over here. He gets a HB. I'll bring him up. Let's get him to second base. We got to get him down to 11. The catcher's thrown out of the game. That's going to be MC Andrews. So what I like to do is I always like to put a little color mark to know that he's not in the game anymore. A little bit lighter. There we go. And then what we got to do is find a replacement. So we got to go get the catcher for the Hardys. And it looks like the backup catcher is going to be G.H. Hardy. So what we're going to do is we're going to take all his stats and bring it over to the board, because that's what we're going to be playing off of. So we'll copy them over, go to the running scorecard, and we'll put those numbers in here. Again, just the way I like to keep score. And then what we do is we'll put him over here and double click that in here. We're going to give him a slash, and then we're going to put GH in that same slot. GH. And then I like to come over here. This will be we go up to the border here, and I like to highlight it out there to say that it's not going to play anymore. So we go down to here in the border style, because it's this thick one, and then we're going to put it right on the right side of that cell, and then that's it for him. So when we come back in here, and GH Andrews will be able to go from in that situation. So we got first and second, nobody out. Let's get to the cleanup hitter. And BW Hardy, he grounded out to second. His last chime up to bat. 53 is going to be off TB Andrews' card. It's going to be a 17. That's going to be a base hit. Again, we are going to score him on that because we think we're going to keep the team's going to keep it as close as possible. The Hardys take the lead off that hit, though. And we'll move this guy here. And again, the unique play does come into play. RF Hardy scores. They take the lead off that. And the reason I did that was I think that they like to keep the double play in advance. Don't play for the big inning. So that's why we let them score that run that way. And that's the thought process behind that. Of course, you could always buy the game and manage the way you like. All right, first and second. 3-2 now. The Hardys take the lead. We're in the bottom of the third. Crowd is very excited now. Next up is going to be Ian Hardy. He struck out his last time up to bat. 3 is going to be on the pitcher's card. 23, that is going to be a walk. So 23-34. So we have now the bases loaded. Before I forget, let's get him down to 10. And the bases are loaded. The crowd, you can feel the excitement here. As we get everybody lined up here in the proper positions. All right, bases loaded, nobody out, 3-2. This is where the game is on the line. We'll probably come back and look to see if this was the play that ended the game or started the game or was the key to the play. It's going to be C.R. Hardy. He was the left fielder. He reached on that wild pitch that changed the whole outcome for the stuff. So let's get that GC number going. So if I do this, 17, it's going to be on the pitcher's card. That's a good start for him. 93, that's an out with the bases loaded. They will have the out infield back. So bases loaded. And 93. Is error if left fielder. Error at left fielder, drops the ball. Batter and runner advance one extra base. So that's going to be an E7. Let's bring it back up here. And everybody was able to move up 2 bases, basically. E7 puts him there. 2. He scores. Slash mark there. He's going to score. Slash mark there. And he's the third. Let's move him down to 9 before I forget this. So we got to go. We got some yellow coming here on here. And we got some yellow coming here. No error or no RBI given, but the Hardys are up now 5-2. Sure, I got the score correct. First and third, nobody out, and LL Hardy's up. Let's get the game kicking here. 23 on TB Andrews' card. Not been well for him. 114, that is an out with first and third. The infield was back. 57 is going to be our number. First and third. First and third. 53. Right, 53. 57. 57. It's going to lead us right here. On a fielder's choice, 5-4, batter safe, first and runner and third holds. So a 5-4, and they do not score the run. So he's on a fielder's choice. He is out, and he was not able to advance. So we still have first and third with 1 out. And now BC Hardy's up, the second baseman. He doubled his last time up. He could blow this game right out of the water. 20 is the random number. 34, and that's going to be a walk. So we'll bring him down to 8. And that's going to move him over to second. And that's going to give him a walk. So we have first, second, and third with 1 out, and the pitcher's up. TB Andrews needs a double play desperate off this deal. Let's see what we get. 120. Back to the unique play. So there's been some fun stuff going on here. 111 in the unique play category. And that's going to give it to here. Only when a runner's on third, and we do have a run on third. Batter hits ball to third. Third baseman throws home, gets runner in run down. Runner stays in run down till runners can advance one base and batter safe at first. Okay, so it's going to be a fielder's choice. He is out 5-3. He gets to He gets to go to third. He gets to go to second. And he gets to go to first. Fielder's choice. So, why that's doing that? So we got a man on first, second, and third. We now have 2 outs, and we have the top of the order up. We have batted around. R.J. Hardy, bases loaded, 2 outs. T.B. Andrews, 31 on his card. Can he get out of it? 60, it's an out with the bases loaded. 28. Batter out 3-1. So that ends the third inning. But it was a very good inning for the Hardys. Let's see, I see the big 3 in the run category. And they did it off of 1 hit. So, put that there. So they get the 3 runs. They're up 5-2 now. We'll go to the 4th, but we got another installment of Drew Zeitlin Baseball Education. Okay, are you adventurous? What do we got here? Oh, we did the details already. You've seen the score, 52. The details. I'm jumping it in. Box scores at drewzeitlin.com. Next game starting pitchers. They're going to be at drewzeitlin.blogspot.com. The standings. You guessed it. Replays of past games. Right now, we just uploaded the schedule for the whole season, and we have the standings and who's pitching this first series for all the teams up at drewzeitlin.blogspot.com. All right, back to the game. It's an exciting game. The Hardys have got the crowd in the crowd. We're now in the middle innings here, but it's been a lot of stuff going on. So M.O. Andrews comes up to bat here. They're trailing by 3, and G.R. Hardy is back to pitching. 83, that's going to be on the hitter's card. 91. 91's going to be an out. Nobody on base. 39. We're going to take this all the way to the top. 39. Batter out 4-3. 1 away here at the top of the 4th. B.R. Andrews got an RBI and a double last time at bat. 117. That's going to be another unique play. Wow, these unique plays are so non-unique. It's unbelievable. 117. 58. Back to the unique category. 58. It's going to lead us right here. With a 2-strike count, batter swings and misses. Ball gets away from catcher. Batter safe at first. We have an error on the pitcher, and the runners advance 1 base. So, again, just like what happened last time, we're having troubles getting these catchers and pitchers to be on the same pitch. Maybe they're loading up the ball. Anyway, that's going to be an E1. It's going to put him on second. And that's going to reduce Hardy to 9. And that's just what the Andrews needed. So they got a runner at second. P.F. Andrews is the 8th place hitter. See what he can do. Let's get them back in the game. 106. That actually is going to be off the hitter's card. 101. Man on second, that's going to be an out. Check the out card. 101. Man on second. F9. The batter's out. Stayed at second base. And that brings up the pitcher. T.B. Andrews, man on second. They're going to keep him in there. And back in the day, or back in how they used to play that game, the pitcher's got to survive these games. Got to give him a lot of innings pitched, and it's got to keep him in the game. 99, that's going to be off the hitter's card, which in this case is the pitcher. That's going to be 23. 23 is a strikeout. So the Andrews go down with an error, but no runs and no hits. We haven't had too many clean innings up here. But that was, well, it wasn't clean. There was an error in that. It's 5-2, the Hardys. We're going to the bottom of the fourth, and you guessed it, we're headed up over for some more educational stuff at drewzeitlin.blogspot.com. All right, we want to go back over some stuff again if you're interested or want to do that stuff. We want to make sure that you can understand how this game is played. It's played on a computer, whether it's the desktop, whether it's a tablet, whether it's a smartphone, or whatever you have. The game is all played on Google Sheets. It's automatically saved. You can maneuver stuff around. You're copying and pasting. It's a great time. Again, we like to take you to drewzeitlin.blogspot.com because that's where we're posting all our information. And so let's get back to the game. 5-2, the Hardys. We're in the bottom of the fourth. And we got R.F. Hardy up. R.F. Hardy's struck out and walked. He'd be perfect for the game that's being played today. But we're playing this game here. It's an 83. That's going to be off the hitter's card. 119. Yeah, let's see. He's up to bat. That's going to be an out. Let's get a number here. Nobody on base. Yeah, it's a 78. '78 is F7. And one away. All right, let's go to the bottom of let's go to the second hitter of this inning. It's going to be M.S. Hardy. He's flat out to center and was hit by a pitch. 29, it's going to be off the pitcher's card. Another quick GC number here. 108, it's going to be an out. You get a pretty good idea what the numbers are after doing this for a while here. 28 with nobody on base. And it looks like it's blank, so it looks like we're just going to give him a 4-3. That was a strange place to put that. But I'm the creator of the game, and I'm giving it a 4-3. And so you see that space up there. You get to make up the numbers as you go along, although I'll probably fill it in before you get that opportunity. All right, let's go to the third hitter of the game. It's B.W. Hardy. He is grounded to second, and then he drove in a run with a single in the third. All right, 2 down. 14. That's going to be off the pitcher's card. 96. That's going to be an out. And there's nobody on base. So, yeah, 90. That is here, and that's going to be an F7. All right. That we haven't had too many 3-ups and 3-downs, but we did that inning. That was actually played pretty quick. Yeah, let's get a score up here in the fourth. So now after 4 complete innings of play, it's the Hardys 5 and the Andrews 2. All right, when we come back to start the fifth, which will lead us up over here, it'll be J.W. Andrews. But we're going back for some more Drew Zeitlin educational stuff here. Back again, we're kind of going through this over again here. And this is when the game was played, there was hit and run, stolen bases. You can see we've done the hit and run. We've had bunts. We haven't done a stolen base yet. We've been playing a lot of Earl Weaver baseball. Four-man rotations, pitchers have to hit, got complete games. It's a fun time of baseball. They're always talking about action now or speeding up the game, but they need more action. And hit and runs, stolen bases, that actually does more for it than just batting fast and pitching fast. DrewZeitlin.blogspot.com, that's where you're going to get the best information from. All right, back to the game. We're starting the top of the fifth, and we're going to go off to the leadoff hitter, J.W. Andrews. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a fly out to center. Getting the GC numbers. 29, that's going to be off the pitcher's card. Going to be 110, that's going to be an out. Nobody on base. Going to be 118. Go to the out chart here, 118. And that leaves us here in F9. All right. This is going to be G.H. Andrews. He came in for M.C. Andrews, who got tossed because he did not like he got thrown out because he didn't think he got hit by a pitch, or he didn't think, but he thought the batter was not going to get the pitch. Anyway, 1 out. First time up for G.H. $12 is going to be off the pitcher's card. 60, and that's going to be a K. So G.R. Hardy looks like he's settling down here. 1 more out, and he would be eligible for the win. And back in the day, wins were very important. 69 is going to be off the batter's card. And 68. And that actually is going to be a strikeout. So, we're halfway there. No runs, no hits for the Andrews in the fifth. This is faster you can say that than you can actually type that sometimes. I'm going to get up over here and put you into the fifth. And that brings us to the bottom of the fifth, and E.M. Hardy will lead it off to us. And you guessed it, before we start the inning, we're going to get up and get a little Drew Zeitlin Baseball education again. So we got some of the features to let you know again. Just so that you know, 8 fictitious teams. The players all have the same surname. That's why we go G.W. Andrews. It's the Andrews versus the Hardys. I think it's kind of fun. 250 fictitious players, but they all have real-life stats. So you can play like a game, but they're tied into an era where there's the hit and run, the steal. Not everything's a walk, a strikeout, and a home run. And, of course, DrewZeitlin.blogspot.com will keep you educated and informed on the whole season. Okay, back to the game. Bottom of the fifth, we got E.M. Hardy up. We're talking 5-2, and E.M. Hardy, he is struck out and walked. 82, that's going to be off the hitter's card. Going to be a 90. That's going to be an out with nobody on base. 120. Batter at F9. All right. That gives it up C.R. Hardy. He reached in the second with the wild pitch, or he struck out actually with the wild pitch. He got himself the first. He then got on an error on the left fielder. So he's actually 0 for 2, but been on base twice. So let's get T.B. Andrews going here with 1 out. 38 is going to be on his card. That's the pitcher's when I say his card. 54, and 54 is going to be a strikeout. So he's kind of settling down here in the middle innings here. All right, L.L. Hardy. He's walked and reached first with the fielder's choice. 22 is going to be off the pitcher's card. 39 is going to be a strikeout. So, 3 up, 3 down in the 5th. No runs, no hits. Through 5. Let's get a big 0 there. Through 5. The Hardys 5. The Andrews 2. Top of the 6th. We'll have the cleanup batters CG Andrews up. But as you guessed, we're headed off for another Drew Zeitlin educational baseball moment. Or slide, if you wanted to call it that. And again, you've seen this earlier, but again, we're just kind of re-emphasizing it. You have to manage the game a little bit different. You're off the players' numbers, off their stats, not off their reputation. And you have to know how to do squeeze play, sack bunts, hit and runs. And when you do a longer league, you're going to have to find a way to get your 4-man rotations in, complete games. Pitchers got to go a little longer. All kinds of stuff. Again, you can buy the game. You can do everything over at drewzeitlin.blogspot.com. All right, back to the game. Top of the 6th, 5-2, the Hardys. All right, CG Andrews is up. He singled and reached on an error. 96. It's going to be off the hitter's card. And it's a 100. And 100 is going to be an out with nobody on base. It's going to be an 8. And that leaves this right here. So it's going to be 1-3. Pitcher to the first baseman. The crowd is still pumped up over here. I don't know if you can hear it over the background, but they've been excited all game over here. All right, we've got GG Andrews. He's got an RBI, a double, and he scored. He's also flied out to right. All right, let's get a GC number. It's 14. It's going to be off Hardy's card. 39. That is going to be a walk. So, we'll bring his stamina down a little bit. So we got a runner at first, 1 out, Mo Andrews or Ammo Andrews. And again, we're going to go back to the hit and run, one of my favorite deals. We're not going to check the card, but we know it's a 2 because there is no strikeouts on there. All righty. So let's get our random number here. 120. That's going to be a fly ball to right field. The runner holds. So that time nothing happened. F9. And BR Andrews up. Let's do that again. I like the hit and run. Gets the players movement and all that type of situation. Let's get a random number here. It's going to be 50. And again, we did it because, again, he has no K in there. So 50. 50 is going to be a double to center. Runner scores. So it works out perfectly here. Go back in here. Let's take Hardy down to 7. The Andrews make the game a little bit more interesting. We've got a double. He scores. 2, 3, 4. Let's get the run highlighted here real quick. Let's give BR Andrews another RBI. All right, we got a man on second, 2 outs. 5-3 is the score now. And that's going to leave PF Andrews. Do they go after the 8th place hitter? He gets hits up to 49. And he is 0 for 2. But you do have the pitcher coming on the bat, but I think we'll pitch to him. With the runner at second base, GR Hardy is up. So let's see what we do here. 118. That is going to be a unique play. They're not so unique if they happen all the time. 64 is the unique number. 64 catchers ejected for arguing balls and strike. Batter walks. So that makes it very interesting. So we got now first and second. So the catcher's thrown out. So we got to go down here. It's been a rough day for the catchers. It's R.F. Hardy, he's the catcher. So as I like to tell you again, we're going to take him out of the game here. And this is going to be his last at bat. So we'll border that up again so it'll be easy to find. And it's going to be on the right side here. If you're not familiar with that, after you get that boulder headline, you have to get it on the right. There it is. And that's going to mark that out there. And the Hardys are going to need a new catcher. Oh, it's not the Hardys. Is it the Hardys? Let's figure what we're doing here. Yeah. So we come back over here to the Hardys. It's going to be bring his stats over here. His name is G.H. Hardy. All right. So we have first and second. The pitcher's now up. Now 5-3. We're in the sixth. I think T.B. Andrews has got a hit. Crowd is a little bit more quieter. 64. It's going to be on the pitcher's card. 77. And 77 is an out with first and second. 93. First and second. 93. This game's got a little bit of everything. Error if the center fielder is an E4 to E10. So let's find out if he is that. So let's go back here. We need the center fielder for the Hardys. It's going to be M.S. Hardy. And he is in era 8. So back to the 8. He gets it. So error if the center fielder is E4 to E10, which he is. The hit gets past the center fielder and goes to the wall. Batter lands up on third, and both runners score. So, let's see what we got here. So it's an E8, and both on all the runners score, and the batter lands up at third. So an E8. Let's bring this back up over here. It's an E8. The batter is at second, or third rather. Excuse me. E8. These two runners score. Of course, there's no RBI on that. So he gets a yellow mark. He gets a yellow mark. So we got a runner on third, and the Andrews have tied the game at 5-5. That's also going to reduce our friend J.R. Hardy another round here, and he'll have to get the Hardys to get back in if he can get the win. Of course, they didn't play very good defense for him at all. All right, we got J.W. Andrews up. See if the Andrews can take the lead. 94 is going to be off the hitter's card. A lot of excitement here. A lot of strange plays. 70 is going to be an out, but we thought we had that last time. So there is a runner at third. Let's get the random number here. 22. Runner at third, 22. And that's going to be a G3. So, 3 unassisted. They score 3 runs on 1 hit. There was a walk and there was an error. That was the big play. And that puts this game at 5-5. And we go to the bottom of the 6th with the bottom part of the order coming up. And it's time, as you know, in between innings to go learn about Drew Zeitlin Baseball. So this one's got the details, and we're going to talk about the price. The first thing is $21.52. The next thing is that we don't send it through the mail. It's either downloaded or you get it by a link, whatever you prefer, but it means you can almost start playing immediately. We can send you the download first if you're a little tricky about that, and you can pay us when you get it. We want you to be comfortable. You definitely get the game. If that's not even good enough for you, we even put it on Etsy, so you can run to Etsy and purchase the game as well. Of course, if you want to buy it on drewzeitlin.blogspot.com and get all the news, that's the spot to be. Alrighty, back to the game. It's a great game here, guys. It's 5-5. How much better does it get? So we're in the bottom of the 6th here. BC Hardy is up 5-5. TB Andrews is now off the hook for the loss. He's trying to stick around and see if he can get the victory now, huh? This is how baseball works that quickly. 25 is going to be off his card. And he's been pitching pretty well as we've gone down the stretch here. 27, and that's going to be a walk. All right, G.R. Hardy's up. We're obviously going to have him sacrifice, so we're going to have to find out what G.R. Hardy's bunting is. He's a D, so we're going to do a sack bunt. G.R. Hardy up. Sack bunt, so let's get a number. I said he was a D. 63. Go over here for the sack. 63. On a D. That leads us right here. Catcher jumps on ball and gets lead runner, batter safe at first. So 2-6. He reaches first on fielder's choice. All right, 1 out, man on first. This brings us up to R.J. Hardy. Flight out to center, grounded to the pitcher, grounded to the first baseman. He's now up with man on there. And he's got the no K. What do you think? Hit and run? I think we should do the hit and run. So, the hit and run is 101. And the 101 is going to put here. Can of corn. Fly ball to left. Runner holds. So an F7. Man on first. And this brings up G.H. Hardy. He came in for R.F. Hardy. And 19 is going to be off the pitcher. 97, that's going to be an out with the runner at first. 23, runner at first. Batter safe, runner out 3-4. So basically a fielder's choice. All right, that gives no runs, no hits. Just going to take us to the top of the 7th, getting very close to the 7th inning stretch. All right, let's go to the top of the seventh. Oh, before we do the top of the seventh, we got a educational feature coming up on Drew Zeitlin Baseball. Let's go to it now. This is going to talk more a lot about the details, which is really going to be tied into drewzeitlin.blogspot.com. We got box scores down there. We got standings. We got schedules. We got who the next starting pitchers are going to be. We've got replays of the past games. We'll probably embed this back in later on in the day or tomorrow. And again, drewzeitlin.blogspot.com. That's your answer for everything. You actually even buy the game there as well too. Top of the seventh. 5-5. The pitchers are barely hanging in here. Up first is G.H. Andrews. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. He came in earlier in the game when MC Andrews got thrown out. Anyway, 36 is off the pitcher's card. 71 is going to be an out. Nobody on base. 90. And their batter is out F7. So we're getting to crunch time now. Every out means something. Of course, it always means something. Anyway, H.G. Andrews is up first. He grounded into a double play, got a double, and he struck out. We're in the seventh. G.R. Hardy hanging in there. 15 is going to be off his card. 123 is going to be an out. There's nobody on base. And that's going to be 114. And 114 is batter out F9. All right, that brings up C.G. Andrews. He's 1 for 3 with the single and an error. 2 outs here. 69 is going to be off the hitter's card. It's going to be a 16. That's going to be a base hit. Move him down to 5. Both teams got to start looking for pitching now here. All right, relief pitching coming out. Man on first, 2 outs. The Andrews are up to bat. G.G. Andrews. He's got a 0K chance, so let's do our favorite play, the old hit and run. That's going to be a 6. That's a single to right field. Runners move up 2 bases. So, all of a sudden, and we'll bring him down to 4. This gives him a single. And this moves him to 3rd. So G.R. Hardy's just hanging in there now by a thread. 1st and 3rd, 2 outs. We're going to leave him in there. F9, 4-3, and F9. That's what M.O. Andrews has done. G.R. Hardy trying to hold on for at least one more inning. 123. Again, a unique play. 123. 1st and 3rd, 2 outs. 128. And that's as low as you can get, or high as you can get. 128. Batter hits a deep fly ball to right field. The ball bounces off the right fielder's head and over the fence for a home run. So we may have left him in a little bit too long. That's going to be another hit, but we may let him finish out the inning. But that is going to do it for him probably winning the game. Because that's called an HR, a 3-run ding. That'll probably make the highlight film. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the first home run ever at the ballpark here. The crowd is still excited, but I think that was a big dagger in the Hardys. So that's a 3-run home run. Let's give Andrews 3 explanation points there. And let's give 3 big runs here. And that's going to make the score 8-5. 2 outs. And B.R. Andrews is up. $70 is going to be off the hitter's card. 53. And 53 is going to be a walk. Just trying to see if we can get him through the order. We're at the bottom part of the order for old G.R. Hardy. Just so we can start off fresh with the next pitcher up here. All right. Sometimes you can leave these guys in here too long. P.F. Andrews gets a hit up to 49. He is 0 for 2 with the walk and a run scored. All right, G.R. Hardy. On fumes. 94. It's going to be off the hitter's card. 112. I think that's an out. That is an out with the man on first. So let's get another number here. 18 with the man on first. And that's a double play, 3-4-3. Of course, it was 2 outs, so it'll just be 3-4. We'll make it. Taking it the hard way out. All right. 3 hits, 3 runs for the Andrews on a home run off the head of the right fielder. Let's see who that is here in a second here. That's a big pop there. And the right fielder is R.J. Hardy. All right, we're going to the 7th. The Hardys now down by 3. They're going to send up the 3, 4, 5 hitters. And let's get another update from Drew Zeitlin Education. All right. Again, we wanted to emphasize you're going to be able to play this on almost any computer. Desktop, laptop, tablet, iPad, smartphones. It's all being played on Google Sheets. You can play it anywhere you're at. And then again, drewzeitlin.blogspot.com. You can purchase the game there. You also get the box scores. You name it, it's there. All right. A little disappointing for the Hardys. And MS Hardy's up. They got 3 runs. They've been quiet. TB Andrews has kind of settled down in here. Let's see what we got here going here. 93. That's going to be off the hitter's card. 121. 121 is an out. Nobody on base. 114. And that's going to be a batter out, F9. So we got 1 out now. That brings up the cleanup hitter. He is, that's B.W. Hardy. He's got an RBI. He is 1 for 3 with the single. Getting a GC number here. Seems to be getting stronger. 20 is going to be on his card. 16. That's going to be a base hit. All right, we got a man on first. Look at that open here. Let's go for that hit and run. As you can tell, I really like that play, especially the way the game was played back then. 21. And 2 is 21. That's going to be a double to center field. Runner scores. So just like that, they got back into the game. And I forgot to take him down a notch there. This is a double. And now they're only down 2 runs. Okay, let's get him his RBI. And let's get his score. All right, we got a man on second, 1 out. Game getting kind of interesting now, 8-6. All right, let's get a new random number. It's going to be 99. That's going to be off the hitter's card. That's a 49. And 49 is a walk. And brings him down to 5. This game has had a little bit of everything. I mean, the unique plays are like the normal plays. All right, first and second, 1 out. LL Hardy's up. He's 0 for 2 with the walk and a run scored. All right. 110. 75. It's going to be on the hitter's card. He gets a hit up to 47. Let's see what we got here. 96. That's going to be an out with the runner at first and second. 96. 57. First and second. 57. Batter out 5-3. Runners advance to second and third. So he is out 5-3. He's going to go to third. And he is going to second. So we got 2 runners on, second and third. And that's going to lead us up to BC Hardy. He's the 8th place hitter. And there's no way that we're going to let the pitcher hit. So this is going to be, they're going to not walk BC Hardy, knowing that he is going to, that would just bring in a pinch hitter. All right. Second and third. Base hit here ties the game. The drama is tense. We get in the GC number. It's 126. Oh, a unique play again. We have been loaded with the unique plays today. That's going to be a 108. 108. There we go. First baseman dives into the stand to catch a foul ball. Knocks over a fan's drink, but does catch the ball. So we got an FO3, and that should end the inning. And maybe he'll go buy the kid some popcorn to make up for that. Wow. So we got a foul to the first baseman, but they scored once on 2 hits. And let's get this up here. So that gives us here. So 2, 6-8, 8-6. All right. So we're going to do some house cleaning here to start off with. This is definitely good. That was definitely the last batter was here. As we're going to take old TB Andrews out. So we're going to come up right here to the borders. Take that thick one. We want this one on the bottom. Going to come back over here into the Hardy category. We need a pitcher. And let's see what we got here. The game is close. Old H.J. Hardy's a 32. That doesn't look too promising. They're behind, but let's go with old L.G. Hardy here. And bring him into the game. He comes in here. We need his relief reduction or his stamina. And that's going to be a 10 for the relief category. Get him here. And then let's get old G. Hardy. He pitched 7 complete innings. He gave up, let's see here, 3, 4, 5, 8 hits. That was 3 there. That was 5. So they gave up, he had 8 total runs with 5 earned runs. This is what they say is closing the book on him. He had 1, 2, 3, 4 Ks. And let's see, 1 walk. 2 walks, 3 walks. So he gave up 3 walks. So the book's now closed on G.R. Hardy. He does stand to lose the game. He pitched 7 innings, gave up 8 hits, 5 earned runs, 8 total runs, 4 Ks, and 3 walks. He's being replaced by L.G. Hardy. And we'll bring old L.G. Hardy into the batting box here. And he's in here. And let's get his batting stats. L.G. Hardy. And he is a hitting card 1. I'll grab a hitting card 1 stats here. So a little bookkeeping, housekeeping, whatever you want to say that as we get the lineup straightened up here. All right, that puts LG Hardy in. All right. Now let's take him out of the game so we know he's out. All right, we go to the 8th inning. We're going to skip an update here since we had all that house cleaning to do. TB Andrews is up, and we're going to let him bat. And LG Hardy's in there. 40. He's a 67, so it's going to be on his card. And it's going to be a 38. And a 38 is a walk. I believe it is. So let's move him down to 9. So that's the way you like to do is come in, face the pitcher, and walk him. All right, man on first. Do we tax TB Andrews and have him do the hit and run? He's only got a 2-run lead. No, I think we'll keep the play as safe as we can with the pitchers in here. All right. 77, that's going to be off the leadoff hitter's card. And it's an 86. That's an out with the man on first. Chance for a double play. But let's see what happens here. It's a 30. Man on first. 30 is a... This game has had everything in here. Look at this. This is an error. So we got to find out the first baseman errors. So let's go first up into here. The first baseman for the Hardys is E.M. Hardy. Let's see what his error total is. E.M. Hardy, E.M. Hardy. He is an E1. Let's go back to the out. And first base, error if first base. Oh, it's first baseman we want. Oh, that's what we did. Wow, Drew. He's an E1. So, if first baseman's E4-10, boots ball, runner to second base. If first baseman's E1 to E10, batter safe on error, runner to third, if not 1 to 3. So he is an E1, so the batter is safe on the error. So it's an E3. So an E3, let's get him to first base. Boom. This is going to move him down again to 8. And I think that. And the runner went to third. So we now have first and third. Bring him down there. And G.H. Andrews is up. LG Hardy is not. He is like not done well. All right, new random number. It's a new day. Maybe it's a double play. 22. It's on the pitcher's card. It's a 3. That's going to be a base hit. I'm going to move him down. He may not even get out of this inning. All right. So, a base hit here. By GH. We're going to give him an explanation point because that is an RBI. The runner goes to second, and the pitcher scores. So he's going to like that. We'll put a big old yellow box for him. All right, first and second. Nobody out. LG Hardy is not fooling anybody so far. 28, it's going to be off his card. 96, it's going to be an out. It's first and second. It's going to be a 10. First and second. First and second, a 10. That puts you right here. Batter out 1-3, runners advance. So, back over here. They get their first out. But even that, the runners move up a base. So now we got second and third. They have no choice. They have to bring the infield in. And we move him down to 6. And so second and third, 1 out. LG Hardy, can he do anything? This is a bad start. 19 is going to be off his card though. 58. 58 is a strikeout. Oh, you cannot tell you how they needed that. All right, so there's 2 outs, second and third. We have G.G. Andrews up. He gets a hit up through 56 or walk. He's doubled, he's singled, he scored 3 times, and he's got an RBI. They're going to have to get an out if they want to stay in this game. 26. It's going to be off Hardy's card. It's a 47. That's going to be a strikeout. So he did come back to cave a couple of people there. But he did give up a run on 1 hit. So that increased their lead. It's a wild one here at Hardy Stadium. So that gives us 6, 7, 9. 9 to 6. Bottom of the 8th. All right. So LG Hardy is done. And I would say he did not pitch well. I'm going to take him out. We're going to get a pinch hitter in here. So let's finish off here. He did strike out the last 2 batters. We're going back to the borders because that's all he's going to do. And be down here. We can fill in his numbers right now. Let's see, he pitched 1 inning. He gave up 1 hit. It was an unearned run. He did strike out 2. And he did walk 1. So, 1 inning pitched, 1 hit, no earned runs, 2 Ks, and 1 walk. So on the Hardy list here, we're going to have to get a new pitcher. I think we'll bring in a... Go back here and look at what we got here. And I'd say that... let's bring in old BW Hardy. He's a left-hander. That's what the asterisk stands for. A lot of bookkeeping going on right now. I'm sorry, it's not as fun deal, but it's kind of fun watching how all the moves are being made and everything. So let's bring him into the lineup here. And we need his stamina rating. And he is a 9. Put that there. And we are going to copy him in here because he's going to be in the lineup here now. Actually, he's going to be here. I'll bring his card over here. So just a little bit of fun stuff going on here. He's hitting card 3. We'll get that over here. A lot of bookkeeping coming up here. Usually that's what it is in the late innings. That's what happens here. And we'll bring him over here. And then we need a pinch hitter. And let's see, who do we want to have pinch hit? Let's try... let's do DC Hardy here. Bring him into the game here. He's going to be the pinch hitter. All right. So DC Hardy is up, bottom of the 8th. Pinch hitting for LG Hardy. TB Andrews is still in the game. He's due for the win if he can hold on. He's got a 3-run lead. 43, it's off his card. 101. It's an out. 4. Batter out 1-3. So after all that maneuverability, we got a 1-3 out. All right, that brings out, we go to the top of the order. R.J. Hardy is up. He is 0 for 4 with 2 flyouts and 2 grounders. 103. 49, it's off of T.B. Andrews' card. .45. That is going to be a strikeout. So a tough night for the leadoff hitter, R.J. Hardy. All right. 38 is going to be off the pitcher's card. 113 is an out. 11. Nobody on, right? Nobody on. And 11. That's a 1-3. Oh, they went down quiet here in the 8th. All right. Let's go to the top of the 9th. New pitcher, B.W. Hardy. He's a GC 47. He gives up a single up to 26. He walks to 44. Fastball and walks to 48. 49 to 66 a K. All right. Top of the 9th. M.O. Andrews, the first person ever to hit a home run. He's got 3 RBIs and a home run. 1 run scored. All right. Are you ready? The crowd still on his feet. 41. It's going to be off B.W. Hardy's card. 117. That's an out. 35. Nobody on base. 35. Batter out 4-3. All right. Our next batter is B.R. Andrews. 98. It's going to be off his card, the hitters. 119. That's an out. Nobody on base. 37. Come back over here. 37 out. Batter out 4-3. All right. 2 outs. Here we go. P.F. Andrews, the 8th place hitter. 87 is going to be off his card. 117. That's an out. Nobody on base. 42. Out. 4-3. That was an easy ending. Where was he out all game? No runs, no hits. Usually we haven't been able to say that for the Andrews team. So that finishes out the 8th. And he finishes out the top of the 9th. So we go to the bottom of the 9th. The Andrews. 2 runs in the 2nd. 3 in the 6th. 3 in the 7th. 1 in the 8th. So that's 9 runs. The Hardys have 5, 6, 9-6. The last T.B. Andrews trying to get the win. He's going for the 9th inning here. We start off with the 3rd place hitter, M.S. Hardy. He's been hit by a pitch and 0 for 3. All right, here we go. Bottom of the 9th. Can the Hardys pull it out? 38 is on the pitcher's card. 45. That's a strikeout. It's a great way to start for the Andrews team. 2 outs away from the first victory ever at the old ball game of Drew Zeitlin Baseball. All right, 115. 121, another unique play. Let's rechange that name from a unique play to the everyday play. Anyway, 95. They're kind of fun. I like doing them anyway. 95 is going to put you here. Only when there's a runner on second base. There is nobody on second, so we'll bring it back over here. We'll redo that up again. 95. 71 is going to be off the hitter's card. Maybe there's some hope left. 23. 23 is going to be a base hit. And move him down one more notch. Man on first. Oh, we got to go for the hit and run. 37. And that's a double. And a run scores. So that's been a great play for both teams, actually. That's going to move him down to a 3. Can he hold on for the win? Am Hardy with another explanation point, and it's going to be a score there. 2, 3, 4. And we do this real quick, and there you have it. So the 2-run game, the tying run comes to the plate in the avenue of C.R. Hardy. He has reached on an error twice, struck out, and walked. All right, T.B. Andrews on fumes. Can he get to the end of the game? Can the Hardys make a comeback? 21, it's on the pitcher's card. 53, that's a strikeout. 2 outs. Tying run at the plate, and L.L. Hardy. He has walked, reached on the fielder's choice, struck out, and grounded out to third. T.B. Andrews goes in for the win. We're getting close. 106. That's going to be off the hitter's card. 106. If it's a home run, we're tied. 85. 85 is an out. Runner at second. This could be the ball game, people. 85. Of course, the way this game has gone, that seems highly unlikely, but it is. It's a fly out to the shortstop, or fly out to the left fielder, and that will end the game. So let's get the totals for you, and we want to show you one more thing before we head on out of here. So that was 2 hits and 1 run. I got so excited I forgot to do the whole 8th for these guys here. That was a 0-0. And they got 1 run, so we're going to bring it back up to the here. And so the final score is 2, 3, 9 for the Andrews, and 5, 6, 7 for the Hardys. So that wraps it up here. Let's give you the total here. So your winning pitchers is going to be, well, G. Hardy is going to be your loser. We'll give him and we'll show you how this will work here in a second. So we're going to give him just a deal here. He's not out. He was out of the game, but giving him that sign as the loser, and T.B. Andrews is going to get the yellow, for he is the winner. Okay, so the running scoreboard, the final score again, first game ever, the Andrews win 9-7. But you got to get all these stats off into the archive so you can keep this running scoreboard clean. So after each game, it's a little house cleaning to go up through here. So the first thing we're going to do is highlight the scores here, shift, and it'll highlight in blue. You'll copy this, come over here to the archive, and you'll put it right into the line score there. Control V will paste in that deal. You come over here to the visitors. You're just going to take this line up as you go. And there it is. We start from over here. We bring it to the last deal, which is here. We're going to shift, click. You see the highlight in the blue. We do a copy, bring it back over here to the archives. We're going to paste it in here. This just gives you your totals here. And we could have done a little bit better by going into the runs and hits and doing it that way as well too. Again, we're just copying and pasting into the archives. You get the visitor pitcher's numbers. That's the visitor pitching number. It's a little quiet here, but you can just see what I'm doing here. So the visiting pitcher, we don't need all that other stuff. So we bring him in. Actually, we're going to bring him in. This is the... Well, we didn't figure out his totals here. So you can do that at the end of the game. We'll just skip this so I can just show you how to do this real quick. And you'll be able to do it from the archive score sheet anyway. So we're going to control copy that. We're going to bring him into the archives. Always helps if you copy it. And then you come down to get the home lineup here. See, there's where you can put your winner, losers. You can write down who the two people got ejected from the game. Any kind of game notes you want to put in there. This time we won't make that mistake. We'll bring it all the way down to here. We'll copy it up. Back to the archives. And that goes there. And you'll get the home pitcher. Or the home pitchers. Back over here. We're just copying and pasting back over. It's a little housekeeping deal, but it's necessary so you can keep that one scorecard so you can play the game very handily over there, and that gives that stuff over there, and again, and then you have your next archives here. And the last thing you do is you come back in here and you'll fill in all the information that you wanted to do. And somehow this didn't look right. Let's see what we did there. The visitors. Go back over to the archives. Put this here. Oh, okay. That's probably why that doesn't work. See, you caught me on that deal. What I did here is this is not, you're just not going to bring in all those stats because you don't need those deals. So I had forgotten that. So I'm coming here to take these off here real quick. And that's how you have to take off the borders individually. There's a sneak in here. You can do that and hit control. And you can do both of them. Come back into the borders. And make it a thin line here. And you want the one off here. And there you go. So let's do this properly. Sorry, people. All you need to do here is grab the visitors, because that's just for running the game. You don't need that for the score sheet there. We'll do that. Copy. Back to the archives. And then there you go there. And then you fill out how many at-bats, hits, and over here at the end of the game. So I'm pretty sure the same thing happened to here. So we'll take this off. You shift, you bring this whole thing over. And this is what we're going to do in the front page here as well. You hit the backspace, that cleans it all off. Then you come up over here and just set this back to white. It takes all the paint off. Then you just come in and do that border. Back to the thin line. And that's going to be off to the side. That's going to be this one here. Back to the running score sheet there. And we're getting the home team. And copy and paste that in there. Sorry, I forgot that I had done that. Well, I didn't forget about it. Anyway, you get what I was trying to do. And then we bring in that stuff. You can do the stats here. We got the pitchers. You can do their stats there. Then you come to the running scoreboard. I kind of give you a little bit of a hint. We got to get all that stuff off. So we shift to that point, get the blue line, hit the backspace, gone. All this stuff has to go, because this is from the last game. You've already copied it over. Now we just need to get them off. And as you see. Again, you're just going to do a quick backspace. Highlight everything. Shift, highlight the blue, hit the backspace. And that gives you, takes out all the numbers. Come back here, make this white. It'll take out all the colors. And then you do have to take out the borders. And you see, you go back into the border icon. Make it a thin deal here. And take it off here. We're going to, because we have two of these that are the same, we're going to hit Control, highlight both of them. Go back to the borders. And we're going to go to thin. Get to the bottom. And then the same thing here with the visiting pictures as well. Shift, hit backspace, take out the shift, hit that point, clears it all in, hit the backspace, go into the colors, that takes that out. Now we got just that one border that we got to get going. Here, thin line, off to the right, and you're set. All right. So that's a great game here. The first inaugural game of the Drew Zeitlin Baseball. Final score: 9 runs for the Andrews. The Hardys had 5, 6, 7, 9-7. And you come back in here and you finish out the fix up over here. You can put the your at-bats, hits, and totals. And then that's in your archives. And then you have your cumulative stats. You click in there. And you can start punching in the numbers, how many hits and at-bats and everybody had in there. Hey, enjoy bringing it to you. DrewZeitlin.blogspot.com. Replays, YouTube, everywhere you can possibly think of. And you guys have a great day. And remember, you can buy the game at DrewZeitlin.blogspot.com. Bye.